Hard to retain employees at a workplace that expects to get dismantled. Scientists are already leaving NCAR, the federal weather lab in Boulder. Court documents say employees are headed for the exits following the Trump administration's promises to dismantle NCAR. Our Spencer Soysher was in court today where a nonprofit is suing to stop what it says is illegal retaliation against this state.
This federal lab in Boulder is at the forefront of weather science, powering the hurricane forecasts, wildfire models, and severe storm warnings that keep Americans safe. So why would convicted Mesa County Clerk Tina Peters be the reason for the destruction of this place? That was argued in this federal courtroom Thursday. NCAR, the Boulder nonprofit that manages the lab, is suing to block the federal government from transferring NCAR's supercomputer center to the University of Wyoming. NCAR alleges NCAR is under attack in the first place, in part because President Donald Trump has it out for Colorado. NCAR's lawyers laid out a timeline of revenge. On August 21st, the president wrote on Truth Social, "Let Tina Peters out of jail right now. If she's not released, I'm going to take harsh measures." And he took issue with Colorado's mail-in voting. 12 days later, Trump moved Space Command out of Colorado Springs.
The problem I have with Colorado, one of the big problems, they do mail-in voting.
In early December, Trump demanded her release again, called Democrat Governor Jared Polis a sleazebag, and then issued a meritless pardon. Less than a week later, the White House announced it was breaking up NCAR. In February, the lawsuit says the National Science Foundation sent NCAR's director multiple letters, saying it was transferring NCAR's supercomputer center away. But the lawsuit says the decision was made illegally before the public could weigh in and before NCAR was given a chance to respond. The Department of Justice argued in court Thursday there was no final decision yet, so there were no processes that were bypassed. And even if Colorado was being targeted, NCAR is not the state of Colorado. Now a judge will decide if he'll block the breakup until the lawsuit plays out. The judge also noted in court today that the government documents suggest two other possible motives here: NCAR's climate change research and its DEI programs. Judge R. Brooke Jackson says he will issue a written decision on whether to issue an injunction, quote, as promptly as possible, and I just looked, hasn't happened yet.
That would be incredibly prompt. I try to avoid harm whenever possible, but especially that irreparable harm that they talk about in court. That's the real bad stuff.
A lot of irreparable harm. They say that they're losing scientists already, and the government's response to that is, well, they were leaving before they should have. That was premature. This wasn't a final decision. Why are they already leaving? Have you seen the letters?
Right? Yeah, no, the letters were pretty clear that that place was in deep, deep trouble. Spencer, thank you.